Welcome back to the realistic Road to Glory career here on FC25. Thank you for waiting an extra day for the return of content. Your boy is still very much unwell. Had the weekend off and still not great. But content needs to get made. And after being really bad over the weekend, I'm back to kind of 50% health. So we're cracking on today. We start with Swansea away, which actually I think we're going to sim. And then we've a midweek game against Aston Villa in the Cup, which ordinarily the League Cup we just sim through, but the fact that it's Aston Villa, should probably play that, shouldn't we, really? And then we'll play Bournemouth, who've just come down from the Premier League above, and we'll play Coventry, who are in and around us in the league, and then Bristol City will sim as well. So sim 1, play 3, sim 1 is the plan for today. Please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content. I very much appreciate it. Help push the content to new audiences, etc., etc. As we are entering into the part of the season that will define what we do and or don't do in January. But one thing we're definitely needing to do is replace Bambo Diaby, who has now agreed terms with Sheffield United. So come January the 1st, Bambo will leave us. We have him for the time being, and he will be in our starting lineup for the remainder of the first half of the season. But as soon as we get to January the 1st, Bambo's off to South Yorkshire, and we'll need to replace him in the starting lineup. A couple of international players away on international duty at the moment. I do hope they're back for the game against Swansea. They should be, because international breaks should be honoured in the Championship. And they're back, so it's all right. I was about to get a little bit annoyed, but I can chill. Gabe wants to play. To be fair, Swansea might be a decent opportunity for him to get some game time, so maybe we will throw him in. Like I say, do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel as well. Saying thank you to Zishan, to King Passion MC, and Jack Stratford on the ball behind me for your continued support. Thank you very much indeed. Again, just forgive me for not being all woo. Really quite drained at the minute, but well, let's see what we can do here. We will put Gabe in. Put Gabe in there for Tommy Lee. I'm conscious of the game midweek against Villa. I think most players should be okay. Might give Kelvin a start here, but Bowie should recover well enough. Take Shakai Ford out for Tyrek Wright, who's still wanting quite a bit of first-team football. We'll take Mitai out for early as well. Other than that, I'm quite happy with the starting lineup as it is. Uno, dos, tres. Please, can we get something? No. Tyrek Wright gets a goal, though, to be fair to him. Mitai for Bambo Diaby, a left-back, on for a centre-back. What are you doing, assistant manager? I'm not sure. Cooper and La Madrid grab the goals for Swans. That's 3 straight draws for us in the league, followed by 2 straight defeats. But now, Hira Lennon is a centre-back. And not quite peaked, but close to. That's fine. Some good performances for him for the remainder of this season will hopefully improve. We're scouting Romania and Germany this year, but obviously we're not paying much attention to that until the youth intake in March. And hopefully we'll have grown, or some players will have grown quite a bit by then, so we can get that upper echelon of potential youth player coming in. Right, Aston Villa at home, as we've had a bid from Oxford for Duff. If that's a loan, they can have him. It's a loan to buy. No, just a loan, and he's all yours though. Right, okay, let's go play Aston Villa. I purposefully didn't edit their starting lineup just to see what sort of team they'd put out for a cup game like this. Joe Gauci is in goal for them. Helder da Silva at right back. Mickey van der Ven and Esri Konsa with Lino Souza. That is a wide-ranging level of talent. Boubacar Kamara and Thomas Partey in midfield. Thomas Partey going to be getting on now a little bit in Season 5, isn't he? Rooney Bargi on the right. Alejandro Garnacho on the left. Paul Nebel at Cam. Don't know anything about him. And Dusan Vlahovic up top. So, might see a few goals here. We've got Enrics, Dembele, Lewis Dobbin, Fermin Lopez on the bench, as well as Leonardo Balerdi, Julien Guillon, Davide Fratesi, Diogo Dallo, and Michele Di Gregorio as their backup goalkeeper. Well, their starting goalkeeper that they're resting for this one. They're quite good. We're not far off our full strength, but We're not Aston Villa's level, that's for sure. Nebel out to De Silva, early cross. Vlahovic chests it down. Gooch steps in well. Souza. Diaby steps in well. Still, Villa come forward with it. Nebel. Christ. I tried to clear that, and my guy went for a slide tackle. Well, they've hit the inside the post and then shot wide with an empty net. Aston Villa very much should be 1-0 up, but they're not. Nebel. Across to Kamara. Vlahovic, good block. Nebel again. Grimshaw with a save. That is an important toe from Mitai. Vlahovic was just about to poke home into an empty net for the second time. Aston Villa could have had an empty goal net to try and give themselves a 1-0 lead, and they still haven't been able to do it. Looking for Bowie here, finding Bowie well. Our first chance to get forward. And, oh, we've nearly done it very well, but they've won it back here, Aston Villa. And again, every time they come forward, we're in trouble. This Paul Nebel is quite tricky to deal with, and he's everywhere as well. I think they're playing him as a half-winger in that cam roll. That's a great ball for Vlahovic, so that's a great header from Vlahovic, and that's 1-0 Aston Villa. And that has been coming. It's a really lovely header, actually. Under pressure, but flicked up over Grimshaw and into the back of the net. 1-0. Brannigan will look for Shakai forward here. He's going to look to turn De Silva. That might be an avenue of a decent attack for us, actually, trying to get at De Silva there, because he's not one of the best defenders on the pitch. Bowie with the effort. Forces the save out of Goetze, but not able to force it past him. And unfortunately, no equalising goal for us, but Garnacho is outdone by Gooch. And we have the chance to come at them again. We did, anyway, till I lost it. Courtney Howes, starting a centre-back for us for this one for the first time this season, is obviously a former Aston Villa player, but hasn't played for them for Christ knows how long in real life, let alone however long he was available for in this save as well. That's why we signed him, and because he's barely played any competitive football at all, that's why his stamina is so low, which is why he's ended up not in our starting lineup anymore in this save as well. Souza, Rooney, Rooney Bargy should be doing better. That should be 2-0. Gone for a switch, which has not worked. But Brannigan can't get it down in control well enough before Dusan Vlahovic arrives. And here come Villa again. And they've got the option out wide there still, but Kamara comes central. Here's Nebel continually. And Souza. Nebel quickly forward. Well, Dusan should have buried that. Criminal defending to allow him to be in such space to receive the ball. Bargy would take the corner short to Garnacho here, who's just dancing around my defenders. Courtney Howes stands firm. As long as he doesn't have to run anywhere, he's still pretty good. Bargy will go short to Garnacho again by the looks of things. What they're going to do this time? Just dink it in early, and there's another header. Nebel it was that was on it, but comfortable enough. Run, please, Shaq. Thank you, mate. And he's brilliantly turned. Right, come on then. We're off. Counter-attack. And he's got the legs here, Shakai Ford. So he might as well keep going all the way. Shakai Ford should have buried it. No excuses. That has to end up in the back of the net. It's a very good save, but it's a wasted effort. And one of the calibre of which we might not see again for the rest of the entire game. Just didn't have the opportunity to get it to Coburn with the amount of defenders around him. Get it to Coburn now, though. Oh! And he couldn't have missed by much less. Snatched with the left foot all the way across goal and wide of the post. Garnacho. Gooch fails to get it off Souza. Vlahovic has the option short, could go solo. He's fluffed it and will trail 1-0 at half time, but after, or will we? After weathering a hell of a storm in the opening 20 minutes, actually had pretty decent second half of the first half. But it is going to be 2-0 to Aston Villa by the time we get there. Thank you, ref, for blowing your whistle when you should have. When my counter-attack failed, that should have been it, mate. Cool. All right. 2-0. Corner Villa. Alejandro Garnacho. Neville apparently has had 6 shots for them. Pretty ridiculous. I've got a man ended up on the floor there, but Grimshaw makes the save. Is there a counter on? There might be, actually, now that he's made that bring down. No, Josh Coburn decided he didn't want to go after the ball at all. Sweet. Cool. Here's Nebel again. Is he going to have a 7th shot? No. Vlahovic's left foot, though. Kind of know what happens next then, don't you? 3-0 Villa. They might not be at full strength, but those that are first team are showing it. I mean, we've lost games We've lost games at league level by more than this and been less competitive in league games than we have been in this one so far. So I can't be too underwhelmed here. Coburn out to Bowie. Bowie round the corner. Bowie's still going. And now he runs out of space. As Riconsa does really well. Home fans still getting behind us audibly. So we thank them for that support. I'm just not sure I deserve it at the minute. Bit of space for Bowie out wide now. Found well. Beats his man. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Coburn. We have one back. It's going to be no more than a consolation, but we'll happily take it. Josh Coburn trying to continually replace Samson Tavide. And at the minute, there's not been too much to call between the two of them in terms of their impact on the first team, if we're being genuinely honest and objective about it. As much as we love Tavide, Coburn has been, whilst obviously a different player in terms of play style, just as effective in front of goal. Nice turn by Cam. Kelvin's on his run. Number Ford. He's in behind. Shakai Ford needs to pull it back. Has done. Straight to a Villa man. Fratesi to Vlahovic. And Fratesi might still be time for another Villa goal. Especially if the referee has anything to do with it. Stoppage time wise. Firmine! He's on. It's 4. Not that it was ever really in much doubt. We're definitely going out of the League Cup. That'll do, ref. Flick it. Thank you. Game over. Bradford City 1. Aston Villa 4. The defeat to Swansea's knocked us down to 21st in the table. So we're flirting with the relegation zone at the moment. But I think come the end of the season we'll be okay. So will bloody Bournemouth, given the state of their team. 84 rated Kamil Grabara in goal. Julian Araujo at right back. James Hill, Hiroki Ito and Max Aarons at the back. Tyler Adams and Nicolo Ravella in the midfield with Sinistera, Ouattara, an 84 rated Alex Scott and an 85 rated, as you saw a moment ago, Karim Konate. Paris Brunner on the bench. Hamad Traore. 84 rated Moise Keane as well. Got a hell of a squad, Bournemouth. Does boggle the mind how some of these teams get relegated from the Premier League, doesn't it? Although it does happen in real life on occasion. It just seems to happen every season in this save, or in these saves, which is what makes getting out of the Championship to the Premier League so bloody difficult when you're on a longer term RTG like this. Playing in the rain here is not going to be easy, but if they keep passing it to me like that, it will make it easier. Nice to have Luca Hiralenen back in the starting lineup today. Whoop, see pal, bye. Pull up Fitz. Not so well aimed though, Fitz. Worried about Sinistera's pace, really. And his directness. As you can see. I mean, I didn't press anything there. He's just fallen over, but he has just bounced off me. 5 goals so far this season for Konate. So he's one of the league's top goal scorers. And he will deliver the free kick, actually, intriguingly. And Bournemouth, well, couldn't have headed the attempt on goal further away from goal if they tried, really. But they're still pressuring here. There could be a goal coming, but they won't be because Lucas Stevenson has won that back well. Good feet from Bowie. Coburn's going. Josh is in-ish. What a challenge from Ito. Really, really good. Coburn was going to pull the trigger if he was allowed to take another pace or two further forward. Nice sharp turn from Brannigan there. And we'll look for Shaq Ford in behind, but he's kicked it straight to Araujo. Frustrating opening half an hour thus far. Although 0-0 against Bournemouth, considering the strength of their team, would be a great result for us. We haven't won a game in the league so far this season, but the fact that we keep drawing and not losing some of the more difficult games is still promising. Eventually, we'll start to win some. Brannigan, nice turn. Beats his man. Looking for Coburn. Looking for Shaq. Shaq found. In the middle. Back post. Keeper. Challenge. Hello. Coburn. Grimes. Nearly. Ito's been very good in this game so far. And that's a great ball out to Sinistera. Who finds Konate. Who finds the back of the net. It's been a game where you wouldn't be able to tell which was the recently relegated Premier League side and which was the side that had not that long been in the Championship from the league below, but one moment is all it takes. Well, I've had a lot of the ball. Haven't had any shots, though, in that first half. Bournemouth defensively are very solid. Josh Coburn was quite tired coming into the game, but still elected to start him. Not really worked. So Bowie's moved central now, and Tyrrell Wright is off the bench on the right-hand side. We'll see if that makes any difference to our attacking play whatsoever. And then when it doesn't, I'll be very sad. And we'll still lose. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Break! Ben White to Juve, apparently. Quite the signing. Where to go is the question. Out there is the answer. And then forward to Brannigan. And Mr. Captain Fantastic forces the save out of Grabara. Not only are we not having shots, when we do have a shot, they've got an 84 rated goalkeeper in goal in the Championship. Tommy Lee's header goes wide. Well, 2 efforts now, but still no goal. Come on, young man. Great ball. Bowie in behind. Kieran Bowie. Cameron Brannigan. Neither of them. Chances have arrived in the second half. They're just not being taken well enough, unfortunately. Still 1-0 down. Adams and Scott. Oh, great touch by Konate to work the space. And then back inside. I don't know whether he's right or left-footed, Konate. But he keeps turning onto the left foot and having shots with it. And they're just not very good. I do wonder whether he's actually right-footed. But for whatever reason, keeps trying to take chances with his weak foot. It's not working. Nothing I'm doing is working either, so their 1-0 lead is still pretty safe. Why would you fall over there? Well, I get you've been tackled, but why fall over? There's just no fucking reason to. Come on, I've got 30 seconds. Down the pitch, lads. 30 seconds. Run, Tyrrell. All right. 1-0 Bournemouth then. A frustrating game of football. Won by a goal where time shouldn't really have been allowed. Well, no, was that the... That was this Villa one, wasn't it? Just before half-time. When did they score their goal? 37th minute. That's very much allowed. That's annoying. 1-0 Bournemouth. Another defeat. That might be us back in the relegation places in these early stages of our second season at this level. Indeed it is. Second bloody bottom. Better be better against Coventry then, hadn't we, really? Coventry with a 4-2-3-1. Timon Vine still in goal for them. Rota at right back. I think he might be new since we last played them. Bobby Thomas alongside John Gushin and Heverton still at fullback for them. Sheaf and Sucic still in their midfield. Sucic's now 83. He was 81 last time I recall playing Coventry. Arno Norda on the right. Bermancevic on the left. Paxton Harrison still sat behind Stefanos Simas. Norman Bassett, the striker who we showed some interest in and probably would still show some interest in on the bench for them. Jack Rudoni still there as well. Hadji Wright. Joel Latabodier, who we've looked at for centre-back as well as Josh Eccles, who's very, very good in their midfield. Potentially coming on off the bench as well. We're at full strength for this one. Everybody's fit and raring to go. I'd love to get a win today, please. Today, and they need, to be fair, this one and the one against Bristol City, if they can both end up as victories, then it's not been that bad a day. Simas. Aronson. Simas again. Calls me numerous moments of pain in this. Oh, Christ, Mitai. What was that touch, mate? We get very lucky. Why Mitai has had that heavy touch and nearly thrown away a goal, I'm not sure. Other than that, I'd be very happy with Mitai at left back. He's been very good, but that was a little bit questionable. Shaq could certainly do with a little bit more strength in moments like that. Not the free-flowing convincing start to the game I was hoping for to this point. Oh, they're getting a little bit lucky with some of the rebounds too. But still... Get out of each other's way. Still 0-0. Quick feet here. And then Tommy Lee on the edge of the box. At your feet, Tommy. Worth a go. But Tommy hit it against Bobby. And Bobby came out on top. Good block, Bambo. Oh, Brannigan didn't quite read that. Otherwise, we could have won that back again there. Lucas Stevenson could get to that too. We're just not quite getting to the loose balls at the moment. That little ball roll has done me. But Hiralainen has done him. Kornikov. Pointing to say go short with it. Well, why don't you just run over there, Mario? Mancevic. Mitai does well. Never mind. We are going to have it back. Come on then, Kieran. Off we go, lad. Counter-attacking run. Go on, boy. And he's still going. Well, no one to pass it to, but he's still going. Early. Needed to be a much better ball towards Josh Coburn. We're not firing on all cylinders today. Whether my being under the weather still is a factor in that, I don't know. Sometimes I feel rubbish and I play really good football still. At the moment, I feel rubbish and I'm playing like rubbish too. Not ideal, lads. Not ideal at all. Well in Luca. Apparently not well in Luca. Thought there was nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Sutic. Short. Norda. Ooh, it's opened up. Good save. Thank you, Lucas. Bergsham denies Coventry the opening goal. So close to sending Shaq Ford in behind there. Lunge for it with Stevenson. Couldn't get there. Seamas needs options in the middle, which at the minute he doesn't have. Here's Paxton Aronson. Back to Bermancevic. Dangling a leg. No, don't let Seamas get free in the box because he always scores against us. We've managed to stop him on this occasion. Oh, Cam, that's a heavy touch though. Might have another chance. Seamas, he's away. Luca's not going to get there. Ah! Pain, pain, pain. Coventry 1, Bradford City 0. Norda. Seamas. Norda. Good save. Stink it away. Something's just not clicked for us all day long so far. I can't put my finger on what it is. If I could, I wouldn't be losing every bloody game I play. But Coventry have had 8 shots in that first half to hour 1. And I've started off the second half having a go as well. So, it's not anything in particular, I don't feel. I'm just not playing very well. Whether it's I'm not acting on instinct or just playing the wrong passes at the wrong time. I'm getting unlucky, perhaps. I don't know. Seabass is away again here. Hiralainen's in the way. Maybe it's just going to be a rough start to the season. And then we can pick up from there on out. I don't know. But it certainly has been a rough start to the season. When the first 3 were draws, I was like, all right, this was doable, it's manageable. Especially against the calibre of player that they were against, or calibre of team that they were against, like Middlesbrough. We had a draw against the recently relegated side. Not bad at all. I've not really done anything since, unfortunately. So, something is going wrong. It might be even more wrong if Josh Coburn doesn't get up and he's out injured for a period of time. He's still on the floor, is he? No, he's back to his feet. Thank God for that. Josh, please don't be hurt for too long, mate. I need you, pal. How strong does Seamas want to be? I tried to lean into him with a 6'6" centre-back, and he's gone, nah. 2-0 Cov. Then Sheaf now. Trying to dangle a toe, but can't get it back. Sutic. Read that. Forward quickly. Oh, as if. I've put quite a bit of power behind that. And it's just stopped at his foot. Like he was the one receiving a 2-yard simple pass. I cannot get into my attacking gear today. Cannot unlock Bowie. Cannot unlock Coburn. Cannot unlock any defence. Show some strength! Why are my players all now weaker than a 5-year-old bloody girl? It's tight. Now to Shaq. Great touch. Brannigan. Tommy Lee. Bowie's on the run. Bowie's spun. Bowie's in the box. Bowie! Ah! John Goosen. They got Premier League level centre-backs for the bottom end of the championship. Give me strength. Give me all the help in the world. Bambo. We'll kick it then and just wave a foot at it. Oh, Christ. Coventry are going to make it 3, aren't they? Seamas. No. Well done, Bambo. I'm strugs. Really strugs. I'm hoping it's just down to me being ill. And that over the course of the next few episodes... That's got fuck all to do with me being poorly. That's just straight up bad luck. (3-0) Coventry. Gabe looking for Kelvin. Kelvin looking to get in the box. Kelvin needs a teammate. Gabe's arrived. There's Brannigan on the edge of the box. The back heel. Gabe. Bowie. Bowie. Oh, shame I had to concede 3 first. We've scored a goal. Too little, too bloody late. Kelvin. Let's turn. And Bowie's on the run. And we're going to turn the defender. Oh! Alright. 3-2. I mean, still going to lose. But it's not quite as brutal as it could have been or was going to be. If only they hadn't got that lucky third where the ball just bounced straight to their man in front of an open goal. 88 and 90. And game, unfortunately, showing a little bit of fight. And I'll be honest, for my own sanity, nice to see us actually score a couple of goals late on today, because for the majority of the episode, I have struggled to create much at all. Latabodier, Bermanchevich, Latabodier, still Latabodier somehow. What's he? Oh. Don't let him have the corner, just blow your whistle, ref. Oh, put me out of my misery. Coventry 3, Bradford City 2. They'll have the corner, and that's how the game will end. We were second bottom prior to kick-off in that game, having lost another one. I fear we might be bottom of the bloody championship now. We survived in the end last season relatively comfortably. But this start to this year is certainly not going as well as last year's start to the season. Now, how long is Coburn going to be out injured for? Duff's gone on loan to Reading for 2 years, or will do, of course, when the January window arrives. And Josh Coburn is out for, thankfully, just 5 days with a bruised elbow. And in 6 days' time, we've got Bristol City. Final game of the day, then, is away from home against Bristol City. I should have interactive simmed at the beginning of the episode, actually, when I quick simmed the Swansea game. Byach, McCrory, Dickey, Naismith, Roberts, Maguire, Gardner-Hickman, Said, Bell, Fortow. Josh Coburn's fit again. And Mayulu up top for them. Bristol City 1-0 down inside 3 minutes. Josh Coburn was injured for 5 days. He's been fit for 1 day. And now he's scored a goal. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's 2-0. Josh Coburn with the brace. Bristol City weren't ready. We've knocked down the gate in Bristol. And after doing bugger all for most of the episode, although to be fair, we just started to find our feet in the last 5 minutes against Coventry, and we're still on our feet here in the first half against Bristol City. So maybe it's not a massive surprise that we've finally actually clicked into gear. Although, judging by what you've seen so far today, you're still probably a little bit surprised that we've clicked into gear. Mayulu. Ooh, and a good finish from Mayulu too. Slammed home. 20 minutes to go. Not quite so straightforward a result now, is it? This would be our first win of the season were we to get it. Very much do hope we get it. Oh! Oh my God. We very nearly didn't. But their equaliser is offside. Might need to make some changes in a moment because we are under bloody pressure. Final whistle sounds. Despite having the offside goal chalked off, they weren't able to find another chance. We do get a 2-1 win down at Ashton Gate. That is giant. Wow, Coventry 3, Bolton 4. And we start the next episode with Cardiff at home. That win drags us off the bottom 2 into the top of the relegation zone, or the bottom of those that aren't in the relegation zone. We just sat above it. Derby and Pompey now sit above Plymouth. We were level on points with Plymouth. It was just goal difference that was keeping us off bottom of the table. We were joint bottom of the table. We're now joint 21st. And it's goal difference again that sees us just be slightly higher than the other team. Derby County on this occasion. Cardiff right there with us in 20th. Not that busy a month, I don't think, October. Might be wrong. There's still 5 games. Still a little bit in December as well. And December's obviously very busy. I get the feeling that it's going to be a second difficult year at Championship level. We obviously were hoping to kick on this year, having improved the side in a number of key areas, specifically in defence. You see that Mitai's actually up to 75 rating now, which is good. We will be, of course, replacing Bambo Diaby in January with a significantly higher rated centre-back, which will help. Hoping to see some more growth from Bowie, Ford, Coburn. Kelvin's up to 74. Would like to see some growth in midfield as well. Matt Grimes down to 71, so I would contemplate maybe looking to replace him in the starting lineup in January as well, although just because he's 71, not 72, doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to play any worse. He's pretty solid and one of the most regular performers for us. Not sure what to do at the minute, but at the moment, hopefully we can just start to build. Now that we've won a game, let's settle, let's chill, and let's kick on. See you tomorrow for the kicking.